Greetings everyone, welcome to the MCPHONEY channel where we unbox, test and review tech. Well, usually we do, as today's video is a little different as we examine the differences between an SQ11 camera and a fake one. Not so long ago, I reviewed the cheap and cheerful SQ11 mini DV camera, a budget-friendly gadget you can grab from Amazon, Temu, AliExpress and just about anywhere online. But here's the twist, because unfortunately not all SQ11s are created equal. Some are legit and do what they promise, others however do not. So in this video I'm going to try and show you how to spot an SQ11 that is fake and hopefully stop you from getting scammed. Let's start with the box. When placed side by side, as you can see, the fake packaging has a darker blue tone compared to the real deal. It's like comparing navy to royal blue. Not huge, but noticeable. On the sides and the back, the writing is mostly identical, until you look closer. Three key specifications are different: the aspect ratio, the battery life and the SD card support. For the aspect ratio, the fake one says 4:3, you know, the old school square shape, while the real one says 16:9, the modern widescreen Netflix standard. As for battery life, well, ironically the fake promises more, 100 minutes versus 60. And finally, the SD card support, where the fake claims 64GB maximum, the real one tops out at only 32GB. Inside, both boxes comes with the same bits and bobs: the camera, the manual, the USB charging cable, a clip and an adjustable bracket. But here's where it gets interesting. Physically, both cameras look the same at first glance, but hold them and you will feel it, literally. The difference you see, the fake camera is feather light, made of cheap brittle plastic. It feels like it came free with a cereal box. The real SQ11 however, on the other hand, feels sturdier with a slightly rubberized texture, even though it's still plastic. It gives off a built to last vibe. The SD card slot on the fake one is another giveaway. It's surprisingly large, like it's wearing pants 2 sizes too big. The card goes in, but it's fiddly and very loose, so do insert it with caution, or you may risk it either falling out and getting damaged or just completely vanishing inside. Looking at both USB charging cables, well, I believe them to actually be identical for once. But when taking a look at the bracket, well, on the fake one, it's actually shorter and chunkier. Both manuals are equally cryptic, which is why I always wonder, why are they written in such a difficult way to understand? But the fake one actually has slightly better spacing. But still, it also admits to that previously mentioned 4:3 aspect ratio. To show you the differences in both the video quality on each camera, well, I've set up some toy cars about a foot away from each camera, and as you can see, the difference is literally night and day. The fake camera has a tighter field of view, like it's been zoomed in without your permission. The image is dull, colours are off, and the timestamp is massive and stuck in the top left corner. The real SQ11, by contrast, shows a wider, clearer and more colourful shot, with a smaller timestamp tucked neatly in the bottom left hand corner. Giving the fake camera some credit, it does still record, and yes, it does do it in its advertised 4:3 format. But beyond that, well, things go downhill very quickly. For example, the motion detection is non-existent. Even if it looks like it's trying to do some kind of motion detection detecting, well, believe me, it's not. And the most shocking thing though is the LED lights, as they are literally just pretend. Literally just painted bits of plastic pretending to be hardware. And of course, this means night vision, Nope, that doesn't work either, because it won't work with no infrared LEDs. Don't get me wrong, the fake camera still records in pitch black, but you won't be able to see anything. So now that we've quickly gone over the main differences, how can you yourself avoid a fake SQ11? Well, unfortunately, there's no 100% foolproof way to guarantee you're buying the real SQ11, but here are a few tips to help dodge the dud ones out there. First of all, buy from a reputable website or seller. In fact, before ordering, just ask yourself, if you were to receive a fake SQ11 from this particular website, will the platform actually give you a refund? You can also check out reviews. If the site has lots of positive feedback, well, that's obviously a good sign. And finally, if possible, try and look at the seller's history. Some websites show how many items a seller has sold, and if they have a long history with good ratings, well, this usually means less risk, which is obviously a good thing for yourself. And there we go. I do hope this quick video has helped you out in your mission to secure a genuine SQ11 mini DV camera. So do try and keep an eye out for the signs, and hopefully you won't end up with a fake SQ11 camera like I did. However, do let me know in the comment section below if you already have an SQ11 camera, and of course, is it a fake one or a real one? But until next time, thank you all for watching. Please do stay safe out there. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye for now.